Hi everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing good. So I'm Carl, this is Waterside Fishing Adventures, and we're off down the Broads or the river to do a bit of feeder fishing. So I'll spin you around and let's go. Woohoo! Let's see what we can catch. Okay, so that's most of the trip done from my house down to Stalham, so I thought I'd bring you back and show you as we go into just down the road here is the Staith and the big gate entrance and all the big boats and stuff. Some of the boats in there are like hundreds of thousands of pounds, and some are, sort of £1,000 or £2,000. It's a bit of everything, which is quite nice. That's what I like about the Broads. Some boats are from like 50s and 60s. Some boats are from this year, and there's a good old mix, and everyone seems to get on really well, which is cool. Right, so we'll go down the main road here. See the signs there for Stalham Staith. Turn right. Can't really miss it. It's a very, very big place. The road is actually called the Staith. Postcode is NR12. So this is the main Staith. You can go left, you can go right. We need to go right today, but there's plenty of places to fish to the left as well. I hope there's a gap somewhere to park and the spot I want to fish is not being fished, hopefully. A lot of the Broads do get fished on a daily basis, which is good on the fishing point of view, because obviously the fish are getting fed well, but there's all different ways of looking at that. Sometimes you can't get your spots. Right, so I'm at the spot I want to fish, so I'll get the car parked up. I think I'll do what this person's done here and just spin around and reverse up to my spot. Seems like a good thing to do, and that's exactly where I want to fish. So that should do me nicely. So I'll jump out, I'll show you the spot, and we'll get the gear out and get set up. So this is where we are. Loads of boats, as you can see, and then a lovely river. It's widening your view. Got a load of lilies and stuff over there into the private part. We could even cast across there if we wanted to. Got lots of lilies and stuff down the edges. Boats and stuff to fish under the side of. Out in the main river. Down into the Staith down this side too. Can fish any of this. We're out there into the main river. So we've got lots of nice features and stuff. So let's get some gear out and see what we can do. We've even got an overhanging tree over there. I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. It's hardly it's just sort of shading the water on the edge here, maybe. Never know. Main thing to do when you're first getting set up is just get everything comfortable where you're going to fish. Right, so I think you get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll whack on fast forward, and I'll come back once we're all set up. Okay, so I'll get my rods and stuff set up now. So I'll get my gear out, and what I'll do is I'll knock up a ground bait mix that I like to use on the river. So today I'm using the Drennan big feeder. It's a 4 to 6 pound class reel line rod, quiver tip, and it's saying 1/2 ounce to 3 ounce weight. It's a lovely rod, nice cork handle. Slide up and down, put it where you want it. Nice action on the top. In the bottom here, pull out the bottom, you've got different tips. You've got one's like a really stiff tip. That's the stiff one, you can hardly move. And then you've got a light one for smaller fish, like so that's the sort of roach and stuff. This one's for like bream, tench and stuff like that. But I'm going to use the softer one today, I think. Just in case of whatever's out there, see what we can get our hands on. Be nice if we can get a few roach, but we'll obviously be happy if I can get some bream and tench as well. So that's the first one. Put that down here. I'm going to pair that up with a Drennan 7 series reel. Great reels, lovely and smooth. Do exactly what I need them to do. Got 6 pound line on here in case I hook into something, a bit more hefty. I like to be able to land it, so that's that rod. We'll put that one out on the ledger, which is going to be a cage feeder. We'll go from there. And then the other one, a bit more powerful. This one's sort of more of a medium carp. I've got another feeder rod, but I'm going to put this one out. Or I'm going to put the other feeder rod out, I'm not sure yet. I might do both, might even put a float down close in. So we'll see. So this is a Drennan medium carp anyway, 13 foot, quite a soft rod as well, ideal for the old float fishing. Might even put a spinner on and have a go for the old pike and stuff, but I think that's more of a feeder session, this one, so we'll make a decision as we go through the session. It's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so let's get some of these rods and that set up, and I'll bring you back once we get sorted. Okay, so how I'm going to set the rig up today is slide my feeder on, which is a Drennan 20 gram. 20 ounce would be heavy, wouldn't it? Slide that on. I've got a rubber bead. Well, you can see that. There you go. Which has got an ending like that. I've then got a swivel tied to the line where the rubber bead goes over the swivel, over the middle bit, and then basically as you get the feeder hits onto the rubber, it comes down and that buffers the feeder, so you don't get no snap. So you've still got the spiller line on this end and down to the hook. I've got a, well, you're going to see that, it's a tiny little thing, size 14 cameras and hook, B911 the hook is. So that's how I'm setting up my rig today on this one, and we'll put a couple of maggots on there, pop some ground bait in it and pop it out there and see what we can do while we're setting up another rod. I think today we'll have a go down in the middle of the river, not close in, or not with this rod anyway, and we'll go from there. So I'll get it out and I'll show you how we are and where we're fishing, how we're set up, once I've got the other rods set up. Got the old museum boat there coming down, nice boat, very old boat. So I've had a couple of casts on the feeder and I'm getting a few bites, but haven't hooked anything yet. But I've got a float down in the inside line as well, so I'm cheating a little bit, and I'm getting a little rod like that. So that's a start, but we're after some bigger stuff on the feeder today, so let's carry on and see how we get on. I'll get a few more casts out there, so I've got some grain bait going in on the bottom, and hopefully we'll pull in some bigger fish. So we're casting out into basically the middle of the river, maybe slightly just over. Just trying a few spots, see if we can find a few fish. Definitely getting bites. Don't know whether they're attacking the worm. I've got a worm bait on at the moment, or they're pecking at the feeder, but either way, it's fish in the area. Getting little taps now, but I'll wait for the tip to go right round before I strike. Like so. That's a good bite. I think the sharp jagged bites I get sometimes are perch and stuff though. That's the thing. But hopefully we'll hook up to something. I'm getting quite a few bites on the float close in, which is down there and them lilies down there. But the main target today is to be out there on the feeder. Just thought I'd put a float down the edge and just, you know, see if I can find some perch or something like that. Always worth a go around the edges. Well, we've got the big rod out like that. Look at that. They're attacking the worm or they're attacking the feeder. You can see the tip going. Oh, that's what we want. Oh, there's a lily gone through the line, so I don't think that was a fish. That might have been weed going through the line. I'm not saying that though, the worm's gone. I'm going to try a bunch of maggots this time, I think. There's a fair few boats up and down the river. There's one there coming again now. But they don't seem to affect the fishing. They're all nice and friendly and seem to move over. This one's a higher boat, this one. Good job I reeled down actually, because that would have gone straight from my line. Alright, so I'm going to fill the feeder back up. I'll show you that. And hopefully we can get down there and get one this time. It basically looks like that. And then we've got a bunch of maggots on the end, like so. 3 maggots. So let's get it cast out in the middle and see if we can get a bite and hook a fish. So I'm definitely getting them on the float, down close in, little rod and stuff. But we're not really after them. And they caught me rod rest, don't know why. Right, I'll have to sort that one out. Bear with me. I'm just human like everyone else. We all get little tangles and stuff. Nothing to worry about, just sort it out and carry on. Easy as that. Stabbed myself with the umbrella on the way back in, which is not good. Right, so let's plop it out there. There's a few people down the river getting excited, probably had a few drinks and out on the boats. So, right down the centre of the river. Let it settle. Up on the rod rest. Little curve in the tip. And sit back and see if we can get a bite. So I'll sit back and watch this for a little bit and hopefully bring you back with a fish soon. Here comes a cormorant. You probably see in the picture, just gone under. Hopefully that's not taking stuff. Or at least not taking a fish that I'm reeling in, let's put it that way. That'd be a pain. Alright, so I'll sit back and watch this tip for a little bit and hopefully get a bite. Well, seem to be struggling, not getting too many bites on the feeder rod. It's getting taps, but I'm pretty sure it's just small fish attacking the feeder, getting the ground bait out of it and stuff like that. But even the float rod down the side here is not really doing too much. When I got here it was red hot, now it's gone sort of overcast and a lot cooler, so whether that will change things or not I'm not sure, but obviously we'll keep going, and I'm pretty sure at some point we'll start hooking into some fish. Might have to sort of have a move around and stuff, see if I can find some other spots. If not, I'll give it a bit longer. I haven't been here too long, probably sort of hour and a half now, but it don't seem to be kicking off like I thought it would at the moment. So I'll try some other baits. At the moment I've got sweet corn out there, so I'd like to get a tench out of it. It'd be nice to get a tench, a dark size one, but obviously I can catch a bream or roach or anything else as well. Seen a bit of food pike around the area, striking at fish, but nothing like the last time I was fishing down on the boards. I think at the moment the pike seem to be coming into the stace and taking all the little rudd and roach that's around the top of all the fry. Is their sort of main base of food at the moment. But, as I say, I haven't seen much. I've seen a couple of birds, a cormorant. Got a few things flying around, but not too much wildlife wise at the moment. Not too many people about. Had a few boats going past, as you've seen. Had a fair few after that as well. So I'll keep chucking bait out, and then we'll keep trying to get bites. I've actually got a bite on the quiver tip right now, but all that's doing is tap tap, tap tap, tap tap. They're just little things attacking the feeder, I think, as I was saying. So let's keep trickling out some bait and walk back on the way. Feeder went nicely that time. Moaned about it, that actually went right round. Nothing happened though. No fish. Still got my sweet corn on. So what we'll do is we'll just whack that straight in the bucket. That's definitely the best bite we've had so far. Right, so we'll plonk this back out there and maybe the swim's starting to get built up. Fingers crossed, things are starting to happen. I'm quite surprised the old float rod's not going under a lot more. Got a worm on there at the moment. I'll show you where it is. So we're just sort of fishing down there in front of the lilies. It's actually very deep there. I was quite impressed actually. It's, I don't know, a good 5 foot. So if we can get a bit of bait down there, might be able to get a few fish going down there as well. But obviously that's deeper out in the middle. Hence why I'm down on the feeder. It's not a float day, it's really a feeder day, but I just thought I'd put that down the edge with a worm on it. And just leave it sitting there in case a big perch decided to come along. So let's carry on watching this feeder. And hopefully the tip's going to fly around and we'll be into a decent fish. Fish on. First fish on the feeder. Just about hand it up, I think. That's what I wanted. Nice roach. Oh, look at that, putting the fin up for us as well. Lovely jubbly. Just what we come for. was expecting to get a bream in that then there, but I thought there might be some roach as well. And we managed to get that one on corn. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's get it back and catch some more. Lovely swan there coming through the swim. We're now back down on the spot. Let's see if we can get some more of them now. Have we got them in the swim? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You can probably see on the wood over there, tide's on its way down, which is not the best time to fish, but you have to fish the time it's available to you, don't you? Come on, Rod, get around again. Surprised the float down the side there isn't doing them up. Feeding maggots, and I've got a worm on. Got another swan coming into the swim here. Mr. Perch. Not a bad size, quite a nice fish. So we're starting to pick up a few now, starting to get a few bites on the old feeder. Don't need grass on him, do we? Yeah, nice. Nice to get a few fish. Good size ones as well, not a little teeny rudd and stuff. That's what I like to see. Brilliant. Right, so let's get this one back. See what else we can find. Well, that's all good. A couple of fish on a trot there, so hopefully the swims are starting to build up. Seem to be getting a bite on the feeder rod most casts now, so hopefully we're starting to build up a swim down there. Hopefully some nice roach will move in, some nice bream, don't mind the odd perch as well, and if I'm really lucky, a tench, but that's pretty hard going to get a tench from the Broads. I mean, there is even carp in there, but you don't catch them very often either. So right, so I'm gonna ball up some of this ground bait now, throw some out, see if I can get a bit more feed on the bottom without having to keep casting it out on the feeder. So this is what it looks like. and let's get some out there and start throwing it in. Hopefully that'll attract some of the fish to sort of one spot. We'll start catching a few. Make a bit of a splash, but it's deep enough out there, nothing to worry about. It's just calling the fish in, really. So let's see what happens. Right, so that should give them something to grab them around and find. Hopefully get a few fish sort of into the swim and a bit of competition going. So let's get the feeder full, get a nice hook bait on, and get back out there and see if we can start to get a few more bites. Hopefully some more of them roach, maybe some bream, and maybe some tench. Don't really mind really, as long as some fish come in and we start getting a few bites. That's what it's all about. It's nice just sitting on the bank, to be fair, and enjoying the weather and the wildlife and the whole surroundings, really. It's a lovely place to sit. So the rod's out, get it back on the rest, and let's wait for that tip to go flying round, and hopefully that'll be fish on and away we go again. Wow, so missed the bite straight away, but that won't stop us. Let's just get another fresh hook bait on, fill up the feeder again, and just get it back in the water and wait for that tip to go round again. Right, let's cast out. Here we go. Lovely cast, right on the spot, right where the bait is, exactly where we needed to be. So let's get the rod back on the rod rest, get it all settled, and let's hope that tip go flying around and we hook up to something nice. So I'm getting little taps on the rod already, but that's just little fish attacking the feeder and pulling on at the bait. That's not an actual take. Don't strike until it goes sort of right around, or you get a really jagged sort of hefty take basically. Here comes another nice boat. And if you look over the far bank, there's a pair of swans coming through as well. Can't really sit on these banks and have nothing to watch. There's always something happening, which is lovely really, makes the session even better than just catching fish. Sometimes even if you're not catching fish, it's, still good fun. Watching the wildlife, watching the boats, chatting to people, etc, etc. And there's another boat coming through. This one's not a private boat, this one's like a hire boat, and you can just go and hire out for an hour or half a day or the whole day, etc. Well, hey, bang, fish on. Here we go. How's that then? Nice fish. My mics have gone a bit funny, so I'm having to voice over the top of this because I've lost the sound, but it's a nice fish. Don't mind a few of these, do we? So, as you can see, it's a really good sized rod. It's over a pound easily, I would think. And I'll be quite happy to get a few of them over the next few casts. So hopefully that's what's moved in as a swim, or some roach as well. And we'll start hooking up a few of these. I'll sort my mics out as soon as I realise it's gone off, and we'll be back in the session. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's get it back. Look at that, put this fin up, lovely. Right, we'll get it back. See if we can get some more. Bites are a bit hard work to get, but getting the odd one and getting the odd fish, so better than nothing. So I'm gonna keep switching around with baits, keep trying doing all different stuff, and hopefully I'll keep bringing in some more. Yeah, it's definitely a slower session to what I'd normally have on here, but not complaining. Also getting some fish, that's what it's all about. Being out on the bank, enjoying yourself and getting some fish. Well, we're managing to pick up a few of these again, so the fish are starting to come through again. I'm trying some different spots out in the middle on the feeder, across the other side in the lilies and stuff like that, and just trying some different spots, see if I can get some faster bites, but you never know. This one comes to the float, this one, so let's see what else we can get. Fingers crossed we'll get some more. So, trying to feed her in a different spot. What I've done, I've gone over into that gap that you can see in front of us. And I'm sort of in the middle of them two walls, basically, right over the other side there. Obviously I'll have to reel in if a boat come down, but fingers crossed, we'll get a little go and get to see what's down there. Still getting the little fish. Little rudd. One after the other of these little things at the moment. Tiny little rudd. Must be hundreds of them down there. I think that's what the old pike and that have been eating on other sessions I've been down. I'm going under now as we're speaking, so I'll chuck this back. But the old feeder rod's gone pretty quiet. Different baits on. I've got them out there on maggots at home, but I can't even seem to get bites on maggots on it. It's strange, because we sort of in the middle of the session where it was okay, started getting some nice rudd and roach, didn't we? Nice size, but no, it's gone quiet. Might have to go back down there on Sweet One in a minute and just leave it down there and play with the float for a little while, see if we can get some stuff on the float. So I think that's what we'll do. Well, these little rod have definitely moved in. I mean, I've just had 10 casts and 10 of these on the trot, so could build an out of these if I want to, but not really what I'm after. Don't mind getting a few bites, you know, and playing with the float while I'm waiting for the feeder to go around, but it'd be nice if we could get some bigger stuff from down there. We'll keep going. Well, I just had a couple of small perch on the trot, sort of that size. So I'm going to whack a worm down there like that and see if there's a bigger one down there. Got the feeder back out there on Sweet Corn. Still feeling the feeder with ground bait. Had a really good take just now, but Didn't seem to hook up into anything. I'm pretty sure they're roach because they're really like sharp tugs. So hopefully we'll connect into something in a minute, but we're going to put this float down here with the big worm on, see what's down there, see if there's a bigger perch. Getting quite chilly now, to be honest. It's going to be really hot and I'm sitting here in shorts and t-shirt. Actually thinking about it, I think I've got a pair of tracksuit bottoms in the car. But I normally bring with me just in case. So I might have to have a look for that in a minute. But someone has just put their gear on the bank a little bit down the river there, but they're not fishing it. I don't know if they're going to night fish or... Don't really know, they put it there just to hold their spot I think at the moment. It's been one of them sessions really where you can probably bag up on the little rod, but otherwise it's been quite hard to get sort of any of the other fish, to be honest. But we can't catch loads of fish in every single session. I mean, I've probably still had, I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 25 as a little rod. Around 10 of the perch, I would say. One decent perch that you saw and one decent roach. It was still, you know, sort of well up there in the 30 plus fish. They're just not coming in, well, the bites are not as frequent as I'd expect them to be. Right, so I'm going to watch these a bit more and see if we can get a few more bites and bring a few more fish to camera. One coming down the river. I've got a tip setting in like this now, I've got it quite high so I can see it easier in the dull weather. We're in the evening now, so let's see what happened between now and then. Let's see if we can start picking up maybe a couple of bigger fish if it's going to take longer to get the bites. Right, so I'm going to bring this float in. Worm don't seem to be doing anything. I'm just getting more bites on the old maggots. So I'm going to go back to the maggots. I'm going to go for a red and a white. Let's see if that produces a bite fairly quickly. I'm just sort of fishing down here close in where I see you earlier on. Your lilies and stuff. See if we can get a bite quickly. Maybe a fish. If I put a single maggot on, I'd quite easy to get one of them little rod. Thought we would have been getting more action on the... Oh, float went. That didn't take long on the maggots, did it? I thought the old feeder rod would be giving us some more action. a few fish sort of topping around the surface of the river. You might be able to see that one over there. There's a few fish about. Oh, we've got a nice bite. And we got a fish. Not too bad fish, just about swingable. So yeah, something different. Bream, which is nice. Lovely. Let's do it for me. Nice, let's put it back. See if we can get another one straight away. As you can imagine, I'm covered in bream slime now. But why isn't this feeder rod picking up more fish? So let's see if we can do the same again, shall we? Still got a double maggot on there. We definitely don't need to throw any bait out, we'll put plenty of bait down there throughout the session. I was even feeding pellets down there a little while ago. See if I can attract some bream attention. Hence why I probably got the skimmer. Stranger they're not taking the worm down there though, but they'll take maggots. Ooh, we've got a tap on the feeder rod by the looks of things. Be nice if that go round while we're sitting here live like this. Sorry I've got my back to you, but that's where I've got the baited area, so I've got to sit there and watch float down there. Come on, fishy on the feeder rod, give it a whack. Just keep an eye on the float at the same time. Most of the wind seem to have dropped now. Everything's flattened off, as you can see, on the water. It's quite chilly though, to be honest. I wish I'd had some other clothes with me. I have got some bottoms I need to go and put on in a minute really, but I've got no top one up, I don't think. Time to start putting my suit in, I think. Just get to them sort of nights, or it's going to get a bit chilly. But it's all chewed up with lots of things. And what we'll do is we'll rebait this one, put it out, and then I'll rebait the feeder one as well, I think. Double maggot, red and white. Plonk it out just over the baited area. Settle that down. Let's find out what's going on with this. I really don't know why we're not getting many bites on the feeder. Doesn't seem right. It's all working out it should. Sliding up and down the line out it should. Bait staying on. What's going on? Just put some ground bait on. I'm going to try another position in the river. I'm going to go a bit further up the river, I think. Tempted to try and release over near them boats, to be honest. But I'm going to go out in the middle. It's further down. No, that ain't. Well, let's give that a go. It's not the middle, but let's see what's over there, shall we? sink tightened down to it, so we've got a little arc on the top of the rod. And let's hope for a bite out of there. What's that? Floats flying under, fish on. These are basically what you can get all day long. Wee! Little rudd, which I've been showing you earlier on. Well, throw it against my own line. I could literally get one of them every single caster for what I do. All you have to do is just shallow up, feed maggots, and you'll just keep getting them. But I'm trying to fish on the bottom and pull in some of the bigger fish, and try and get a mixture of fish as well. Don't know if I'm happy with that feeder rod being over there, to be honest. I'll give it a few minutes, you never know, might get a bite. Put the float back down just past the baited spot. I'm not going to do that. Some decent fish rolling where I've been putting the ground bait, so I think I'm going to go back down there. Just one of those where you just don't feel right, if that makes sense. But look, I was too close in to the other bank. Be a bit gentle this time. That was a little bit short, that one, but I think I'll try that. Right, what's the float doing? It's just sitting there at the moment. Not very often you can put two maggots down there and it don't go flying under. Oh, saying that, we've got a bite. Got a couple to the right of us sitting on their boat. Look like a lovely boat. Chap over there who put his gear out still hasn't come down to fish. He's just put it on the end of the sort of jetty area to get the spot, I think. Can you hear a few fish splashing about? Oh, looks like we might have a bite on the feeder rod. That'd be nice. And the float's gone. Fish on. You can see how quickly I can keep getting these rudd. But I'm getting the odd bream and perch and stuff in between as well, so I don't mind. But I must have had, don't know, getting towards 30 of them now. That was actually a better size one. I shan't bring them over because it's in the food today already, I think. Obviously if I get some better ones I will. I think you get the idea. I want the feeder rod to hoop over. And something big to go off with it. Yeah, tench or a bream or something. It's covered in slime. Oh, what? Hooked me in the cloth, look. That came off easy enough. Right, back down on the spot. Come on, feeder rod, what's going on? You would think we're all catching these down close in on the float. You'd catch the same fish out there, wouldn't you? But don't seem to be the case. Oh, pigeon. Definitely get little knocks on the feeder rod, but nothing that's worth striking. I reckon that's just small fish pecking at the feeder, trying to get the bait out near the ground bank. Oh, float went absolutely flying then. No, I don't think the feeder's going to go. I had a couple of taps and it's sort of calmed down now. I've tried maggot on there, I've tried worm on there. They don't really seem to do a lot. The fish I've caught on there have been on sweet corn. Just looking like the bigger fish are not down there at the moment. Can hear ducks and stuff and birds washing in the background, splashing about. Still got some fish sort of topping and going around, but I've been into their pike strikes for a while. Right, it's down here in these lilies where I'm getting these fish. So let's have a go, see if I can show you. Just off the edge there, hopefully you can see that. Oh, straight away there. Oh, and I missed it. Shame, isn't it? Let's try again. Didn't go straight away this time, man. Quite often I do when you put it down there. Might need to rebait, it might chew up the maggots. I just wish I could get this feeder going. For some reason that's just not happening. I'm not complaining, I had that nice roach, but I had that nice rod. But I ain't had anything since. getting the odd little tap, but it's not good. This float should have gone by now. I reckon the bait's all we need. Let's check it. No, it's still okay. Alright, let's put it back out then. Let's go right close. Hopefully you can see that sitting there next to the lily. Hopefully we can get a bite straight away. It's moving now, but that's just the bait settling, I think. Unless something took it on the way down, but I don't think it did. It's going to take longer now to get a bite just because I've got the camera right on the float now. Here we go, fish on. Now one of them little rudd. Don't need me to come over and show you that, really, do you? I think you get the idea. I've had over 30 of these things now. We'll have another go, shall we? See if we can get something else. Instead of putting the red maggot on, I'm going to try some white and see what that does. See if that gets us a bream. Again. It's got 3 white maggot, well, I've got 2 white and a bronze maggot on, so let's see what that does for us. Here it goes. Yeah, and we're in. What do we got? God, that's fighting hard for a small fish. Little perch. I had a few of these today as well. See, you expect to get a perch on red maggots, wouldn't you? And then to white. I'll come and show you this one because I ain't showing you these little perch today. Trying to hold it, it's wriggling like mad as usual. There you go. Just a little perch. Whee. Calm down, fishy. Cool. Not even none of it. One little perch. Put it back. Now we'll get some mixed. Ooh, I think it was me kicked out. I thought the old feeder would went then. Been nice, wouldn't it? I really don't know what's happening on that out there. I would have thought I'd get some bream in that now. So that perch come on white maggots. Strange. Alright, let's get it down there again. See if we get a bite quickly again. Nice sticky hands, as you can probably imagine, holding all these fish. I haven't got a big towel with me today, I've only got a cloth. Which is better than nothing, but Some half decent rudd rolling on the surface. Nothing massive, they're not like, they're not 2 pounders or nothing like that, but I should imagine you could probably get them up to a pound. Because if you shallow up and go sort of that depth, all you're going to get is tiny little rudd all day long. Oh, here we go. Just messing around with it at the moment, was it? I don't mind that, sometimes the bigger fish do that. And then it slides away. And I think the other chap on the far bank over there now is actually setting up. He might know something I don't. Just maybe a good time to come down. Done sessions at River Chet, Loddon Key, them sort of areas. And got there at this sort of time and then fished right into dark and halfway through the night. And that seemed to produce me some good fish. Got some big roach, some big bream, the odd perch. That bite seemed to have calmed down. It was bobbing up and down and I stopped now. Sort of lift bites and that's messing around, just strike. Got to try, aren't you? Still seem okay. Let's hold it. Let's hope to get a bite straight away. Got a little tangle on your reel. Sort that out. Feeder rod's definitely not disappearing. Well, you know what I mean. I don't want it to disappear, do I? I want it to hoop over with a fish on it. Not getting a bite on the float this time. Bet if I go back to the red maggot I'll get one straight away. In fact, let's test it, shall we? We had 3 green on. Green? Not green. 3 white on. Get rid of them. And we'll put red on. No, we'll put 2 red on. See if it gives us a bite straight away again. By the way, I'm using the Drennan Crystal Waggler. Couple of shot and then a size 14 hook. Got a fox over to the back of us. Can probably hear that. Making that noise they do. Might be time to take the glasses off soon. People are probably wondering why I'm doing it, but it's because they're Polaroids, I can see the float much better. Well, it hasn't gone straight under, which I'm very surprised about. Can normally get a bite down there literally straight away, but it's gone a bit quiet. I don't know if a pike's come through, or maybe some bream or something have moved in, don't know. Keep expecting that feeder rod to go, but it's not looking too good at the moment. Still got corn out there on that. Seem to be the bait I can actually get bites on. Yeah, the float area seemed to quieten down a little bit. Obviously, I just had another handful of rudd and a perch that you saw, but before I was plonking it down with a couple of maggots on and getting a bite pretty much after hitting the water. If I'm going to sit down there and wait, then I'll probably put a worm or a bit of corn on it and just leave it down there. Yeah, shocked the old float's not going like it normally does. Go a little bit further out and just get in a slightly deeper water. See if that make a difference. So I've sort of fed the whole area down there anyway. Chap's still setting up across there. It's taking a while to set up. Can't really see what he's setting up. I'll show you in a minute and let you know what he's using once he starts fishing. No, I don't think the float's going to go as quick as it was going before. I'm just going to let it sit down there. Still got a bit of me ground bait left in the bucket, but I can always keep that for another session. There's so much water around me where I've moved to now where I live. I can get to a river or a lake within 10-15 minutes most of the time, which is, you know, sort of part of the reason I moved up here. Couple of tiny bits of ground bait down there might be worth a try, man. And do I bring this out in the middle because that doesn't seem to be working? And could be trying down the side of this boat or anything, can't I? Try something different. It's not looking good at the moment for there. Or do I just try a different part of the river, like further up there or down to the left? The thing is, when they're on a baited area out there, or even casting all day, really ground bait, you expect the fish to move down on that, don't you? As normal, as soon as you turn the camera off, you get another fish. Float went straight under as soon as I literally sat back down in the chair. Ready. Right, whip this one back. Just don't really know what to do with this feeder rod. Tell you what, leave me in the comments what you would have done. Would you have moved this feeder rod from the middle? Would you have tried like the other side? Would you have gone down under this boat? Would you have dropped it close in? I've tried obviously over there into the gap. Just not really sure what else to do with it. I've obviously got a float down close in, so I don't really need another rod under my feet. But that's clearly not doing too much out there. I'll make a decision with it, and I'll move it and let you know what I've done as soon as I've done it. Well, never caught one of them before. Don't even know what it is, to be honest. Some sort of old wallop by the looks of it. But yeah, thought I'd just show you. Could be why we haven't been getting any bites, or I might have hooked into it when I struck, you never know. But let's get down there with a recast and see if we can get a bite. Alright, so I've decided to put a couple of worms on this time, so I've got a big old bait on there. I'm gonna put it down the side of this boat down here and see if we can get a big perch or whatever wants to take it. Tiny little rod. Getting a few of these again down there, but strange how it go quiet and then all of a sudden they're back in there again. Right, I've got a bite on the feeder rod which I've put down here next to the boat, so I'll show you. Should be able to see the tip nicely. If you look to the sort of just under the rod and over to the far bank, you'll see the chap that's setting up over there as well. And these little taps are where they're obviously taking the grain back out of the feeder. Got two worms on there, as you know. So we're going to wait for it to go hammer around. And probably connect to a big perch or something like that. So we've got a chap just over there, if you can see him. Let's zoom in. Just there, setting up. So hello, whoever you are, and good luck. Hope you catch a few fish. Let's hope this tip go flying around now. Gonna get the float back down here. They look like bites, but I don't think they're. I think that's where they're knocking the feeder. Oh. There's the bigger fish moved too. Strange you have a skimmer like I did a little while ago and then all of a sudden they're not there anymore. Gonna have a quick go out in the middle where I had the feeder, but obviously I'm too shallow to fish out there, but I'm still 4 to 5 foot deep probably, so plenty deep enough to get a bite. So we'll have a quick go out there, I think, while you're watching the tip of me feeder for me. I can still see it because it's in the same eye line as where I'm fishing with the float. Pretty hard to see the float because I've only got a tiny bit of the tip sticking out, but I can just about see it at the moment. Is this tip going to go bang bang bang? Hopefully while you're watching it. A little nibble there on the tip, didn't we? Yep, that's definitely something there. Whether that's the fish is big enough to actually pull it round and we can strike is a totally different thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the float rod down on that spot, but I'm going to put a bit of sweet corn on it to attempt to get something a bit bigger. We'll keep an eye on the feeder for a little bit. I'll put a little handful of pellets down there because that's what I done a little while ago. I think that's what brought the bream to it. Oh, we'll find out hopefully. Also put a couple of bits of corn over the top. I think we've got a bite actually. Hard to tell. Put it down there again, didn't get anything that time. What's the tip doing then? It looks like it's still to me at the moment. Don't know how well you can see that, but there's loads and loads of little fry oil coming through down there. See them all touching the surface and stuff. Pretty sure that's what's bringing the pike into these sort of areas at the moment. Probably some perch about as well, but nothing seemed to have happened on the old tip yet. I'm getting a few little knocks, but hasn't been pulled round and, you know, whacked one yet. And the float's just sitting there with a tweak on at the moment. Get some bubbles come up in the front of the lilies just down in front of us. They're probably just air bubbles. Everything's now starting to get all lit up around the area. It's not quite dark yet, but it's nearly dark. So all the little lights and stuff are coming on. Chap's fishing down there now. Not sure what method he's using. Well, it's getting to that time where I can't really see now. You can probably tell by the picture it's going a bit grainy. Well, I've got my lights and stuff with me, but to be honest, the bigger fish are not really about, are they? I'm still going to try for a little bit longer, and I might fish in the dark and just see if things change, and then we'll assess it from there. But the trouble is I've got no top, got my bottoms on now, as you can probably see, and I'm getting tiny little bites on the ledge of rod down under this boat to the left here, but nothing's actually taken it. I think it's just little rod picking at the worms, and the float's not doing much either. So the ledge of rod's going now. It's just sort of tap 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 tap. Loads of fish topping. They're all like small rod from what I can work out. Obviously don't need the old sunglasses anymore. if I had a top, it'd be a lot better. I'm shivering now, it's a bit cold. But I want to see if any of the bigger fish move in as it gets dark. I think there is a few pike in the area now because a lot of the fry are moving around. They're getting spooked and, you know, sort of flying up to the surface. So I would say some pike have moved in. I think that's something we're going to have to do. We're going to have to come down here with either some lures and some dead baits, or both, and give it a go, I think, at some point. Well, it's very quiet, so I'll let you know what's happening. I'll update you in a little while and let you know if I can get any bites. Getting dark now. Okay, Rudd. Not too bad, is it? And there's another one. Another one? No, there's the other side. Not another one. Alright, let's put it back. See if we can get a few more. Well, you won't believe this. A big double worm bait I put on. That took it. Unbelievable. But still a bite and a fish, but expecting a bit bigger than that. Alright, we'll get it back. I'll have another go down there, I think down the edge of the boat there. The ball's getting a few bites, so you never know. There might be something else down there. As you can probably see, it's dark now, I've got my lights out. Can't see the float anymore, but just trying to fish it as well. That's mainly going to be the ledge rod. Helicopter. Well, I tried really hard in the dark. It's pitch black now, as you can see behind me, and nothing's happening. Obviously I can't see the floats, so I'm going to have to get myself some night floats and stuff. Got loads of starlights but no floats that the little rubbers fit over the top of, so that's annoying. But I think I'm going to get some of them battery night floats that glow up and, you know, light up in the dark. As for the feeder rod, it's not doing a lot. Got it there and I'll keep putting the headlamp on it. I've got me the old Phoenix sea fishing headlamp with me, but that's too bright really to be doing this sort of thing. Yeah, I'm not really set up to be fishing in the dark. I've got me lamps and stuff I put in the brolly, and I'm in a t-shirt and I'm literally shivering. So I think it's time to pack the rods down, and I'll see you in the car soon. More fish. They keep coming. Whew, well, fairly hard session really. I mean, obviously I had over 30 odd rudd and over 10 perch, but the only sort of big fish really were the roach and the big rudd. We had a decent perch as well, so we had a big roach, big rudd and a decent perch. But really hard to get bites on the feeder. Had the odd bite, got most bites on the float, but we did have the bigger fish on the feeder, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, I suppose we sort of, I don't know, over 40 fish, wasn't it? But just the bites weren't very quick. You had to sort of sit back and wait, unless you were sitting there playing with the little rudd and they were tiny. But yeah, I mean, we caught fish and that's the main thing. It's nice to be on the bank. Spoke to a few people, so nice to meet you and stuff like that. And yeah, nice area to be in. So, thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, share and all that sort of stuff if you haven't already. and hopefully I'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks very much.